It's an ancient desire, the secret to eternal life. But what if science gave us the gift of immortality too soon? In this video, we'll explore the uncharted waters of a world where humans never die. Let's dive into it. The dawn of immortality for humanity could be traced back to a breakthrough discovery in genetic engineering. Scientists had finally unlocked the secrets of reversing cellular damage and halting the aging process. It started with minor advancements in life expectancy, but soon it became apparent that death from old age was becoming a thing of the past. The first immortal humans were a small group of wealthy individuals who could afford the expensive life extension treatments. However, as the technology became more accessible, immortality became a global phenomenon within just a few decades. Overcrowding would be one of the first major problems facing humanity. With no natural way to reduce the population, humanity would have to rely on artificial methods of birth control. Overpopulation has been a serious problem throughout history, and without death, it would become even worse. Resources would become scarce, and competition for limited space and resources could lead to major conflicts. Governments would need to take drastic measures to control population growth, possibly even resorting to limiting the number of children a family can have, or even mandatory abortions. The economy would be turned upside down. Retirement, as we know it, would cease to exist. Why would a person retire when they don't have to? This would lead to an economy where people work until they physically can't anymore. Social security and pension funds, which are already struggling to stay afloat, would collapse under the weight of an ever-growing number of retired but still living recipients. The concept of a job for life would become a reality, but not in the positive sense. People would be forced to stay in jobs they may not want to be in, because they could risk being unemployed and unable to support themselves. Crime and law enforcement would also face significant changes. Criminals would have to be kept in prisons for life, since executing them, or even imprisoning them for a lengthy period, would no longer be a viable option. The criminal justice system would need to re-evaluate its entire structure, possibly even creating special prisons for immortal criminals. On the other hand, the police force would also need to change. Without the threat of death hanging over their heads, cops would need new motivations for their actions. Perhaps even immortality as a reward for years of service. The healthcare industry would experience a massive shift. Doctors and researchers would find themselves in a battle against age-related diseases as they try to keep their patients alive. However, this immortality would come at a cost. Hospitals would become overcrowded with the elderly and dying, and the quality of care would likely decline. Additionally, the healthcare industry would face ethical dilemmas when treating those who have been kept alive artificially for extended periods. Decisions like withdrawing life support would become increasingly difficult and emotionally charged. In such a world, religion and spirituality would undergo a significant transformation. Many religions are centered around the belief in an afterlife, so the concept of immortality could either challenge these beliefs or lead to a resurgence of faith. Churches, mosques, and other religious institutions might have to reinterpret their teachings to accommodate the idea of humans living forever. At the same time, existential questions about the meaning of life and the fear of losing one's identity in an endless existence could lead to a spiritual awakening or crisis. Family structures would be completely redefined. The traditional nuclear family model would likely fall apart. With the average lifespan extending beyond 100 years, many couples would find themselves outliving their children and even their grandchildren. New types of family units might emerge, such as multi-generational households where great-grandparents live with their grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The roles of parents and children could also become blurred. Imagine a scenario where a child has to care for their aging parent, while also managing their own family. Such situations could test the bonds of family and redefine the meaning of care. Warfare would also experience a dramatic shift. The willingness to sacrifice one's life for one's country or cause is a significant factor in warfare. Immortality would eliminate this aspect of human conflict, making wars less frequent but potentially more brutal. Soldiers would fight without fear of death, leading to higher casualty rates and a greater willingness to engage in dangerous missions. Furthermore, immortal soldiers would raise questions about the ethics of killing in war. If every soldier is immortal, then every kill becomes more significant, possibly even resulting in a taboo against killing during wartime. Education and knowledge would take on a new importance in a world without death. The pursuit of knowledge and wisdom would become even more crucial as humans strive to make their lives more meaningful in an endless existence. Schools and universities might focus more on philosophy and ethics, helping individuals navigate the complexities of immortal life. The accumulation of knowledge and experience could become a highly valued asset, with mentors and teachers being revered for their accumulated wisdom. The arts and entertainment industries would also be greatly impacted by immortality. Artists would grapple with new themes and ideas, exploring the complexities of an immortal soul in a finite world. Music, literature, and visual art reflect a growing sense of existential angst as humans confront the realities of endless existence. Entertainment, too, would need to adapt, possibly moving away from escapist themes towards more thought-provoking content that deals with the challenges and opportunities of immortality. Science and technology would become even more important in a world where humans don't die. Researchers would continue to push the boundaries of life extension, searching for ways to improve the quality of immortal life and possibly even reversing the aging process. The quest for immortality itself would become a driving force behind scientific progress. Imagine a world where scientists are working tirelessly to unlock the secrets of the universe, all in the hope of finding a way to extend human life even further. However, this quest for immortality through technology might come at a cost. Humans could lose touch with their humanity as they become more reliant on technology to sustain their lives. The value of human life could diminish, leading to a society where individuals are seen as disposable or even expendable. This dehumanization could be the unintended consequence of humanity's quest for immortality. In conclusion, the dawn of immortality for humanity would undoubtedly bring about profound changes to every facet of human existence. From the most mundane to the most profound aspects of our lives, death has been an integral part of the human experience. Removing it entirely would create a ripple effect that would touch every aspect of human civilization, reshaping our world in ways we can only begin to imagine. As we wrap up this exploration of what could happen if humans became immortal, let's take a moment to appreciate the role that death has played in shaping our world. Death has been a catalyst for change, forcing adaptation and innovation in every living thing. It has been a great equalizer, reminding us that, no matter who we are, our time is limited. And it has been a teacher, forcing us to confront our own mortality and to appreciate the preciousness of life. If humans were to become immortal, we would lose all of these things. We would lose the catalyst for change, the great equalizer, and the teacher. But perhaps most importantly, we would lose the reminder that every moment is precious because it is finite. In a world where death no longer exists, life itself would lose its meaning. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the uncharted waters of immortality. We hope this video has given you something to think about, whether it's the impact on society, the environment, or the very meaning of life itself. Your thoughts and comments are invaluable to us, so please don't hesitate to share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, so you never miss out on our future explorations. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking answers to the great mysteries of the universe.